some prepositions we use when we talk about traveling. On the left side of the screen you see the column called In General, and this is what we do when we discuss a general method of traveling. We normally use the preposition by. So he traveled by bike, by motorcycle, by car, etc. Notice also in that list we have air and sea, land. This is another way of saying airplanes, ships, or by car or train. By rail, for example, for train. This also applies when you say walking by foot, but only in American English. The British say on foot, so that's an exception to the general by rule. On the right side you see when talking about particular vehicles, and this is when we're discussing a specific way that we went, not a general way. There are two prepositions we use for this. One is in and the other is on. And there's a very handy and simple rule that you can use to remember when you use in and when you use on. Use in if you must sit in the vehicle. If it's necessary to sit, you can't stand, you can't walk. So you sit in a car, a van, a lorry, a truck, or a small boat. Use on if you can stand or walk on the vehicle. So on a train, on a plane, a bus, a ship, a tram, a large boat or ship. And we also use on if you really stand or sit upon it, on top of it. So again, on a bicycle, all right, you have to sit on it, or a motorcycle, or skates, or a skateboard. You're standing on top of it. So if you're on it, physically on it, or if you can stand or walk on it, we use on. If you have to sit, then it's in. Let's take a look at an example. I like traveling by motorcycle. The method, the way of traveling in general. I traveled around France on my motorcycle, a specific vehicle. So here is a little story about a German man who is talking about a holiday that he took in the Mediterranean region. Use the correct preposition, in, on, or by, and you may need to add words like the, this, an, etc. Do the exercise, freeze the video if you need to, and at the end I will give you the answers and explain them. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Here are the answers. I started in Athens, Greece, which has a small old town that you can explore by foot or on foot. Remember, British and American have different usages of this. I visited several islands by ship or on a ship. In this case, we could say both because he went in this way by a ship or on a particular ship. And on the or that or this ship, there was a great band playing Greek music. Here we have to use on because we're talking about this particular ship that had a band. I then went by sea to Istanbul, the way he went, and traveled around the city on very crowded trams and buses, particular trams and buses, so we use on. And you can stand on a bus, so we use on. From Turkey, I went to Italy by air, again, the way, the general way, On the plane, I saw an ad in a magazine for a festival that weekend in Lucca near Pisa, a particular plane with a particular magazine, so we say on. I was going to Pisa anyway, so afterwards I went by bus, this method, to Lucca and enjoyed the festival. I got on a train in Lucca, a particular train, and took it to Rome. I went on the subway a few times, particular subways, and rode in a taxi just once, never again. Okay, you have to sit in a taxi, so we say in. Finally, I returned to Germany on a Lufthansa plane that was only half full, a particular plane he's talking about. I enjoyed my holiday, but it was good to arrive at the Frankfurt airport, get on the shuttle bus to the parking lot, the shuttle bus, particular one, and drive home in my own car again, particular car that you have to sit in. Thanks for listening.